Welcome to True Crime Examined. Now, before we get started, don't forget, press that subscribe button below, please. Nick Reiner, the 32-year-old son of director Rob Reiner, has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder related to the deaths of his parents. In a shocking move, he will no longer be represented by prominent attorney Alan Jackson in the case concerning the stabbing deaths of his parents. During the hearing on January 7th, Alan Jackson, who attended Reiner's first court appearance post-arrest, entered the judge's chamber and seemed to announce his decision to withdraw from the murder case for unclear reasons. "We feel we have no choice but to withdraw," Jackson said, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Nick will now be represented by a public defender, Kimberly Green. He did not enter a plea during the hearing. The judge postponed Nick's arraignment to February 23rd and assigned the case to the public defender's office. The 32-year-old faces 2 counts of first-degree murder for his parents' death and made his second court appearance on Wednesday since his arrest on December 15th. Reiner appeared in court wearing a tan jumpsuit and had his head shaved. A noticeably changed from the suicide prevention smocks he wore at his first court appearance 2 days after his arrest. After being taken off suicide watch on Tuesday, the son of the famous director no longer has to wear the restrictive suicide prevention smocks. Those are thick and cannot be folded in order to prevent making a noose. Nick faces 2 murder charges with special circumstances of multiple murders and an allegation of using a dangerous weapon, a knife. Rob Reiner and his wife Michele were found dead in their Los Angeles home on December 14th. Their death certificates show they died within minutes from multiple sharp force injuries caused with a knife by another in their home. The result is that no plea was entered in the case, and a lot of questions now arise. After all, Alan Jackson is well known for taking on high-profile cases and staying with them to the bitter end. However, this time Jackson felt that certain things happened that were simply out of his control and out of Nick's control. It seems like this is going to be a complex case. Whatever happened isn't known for sure, and the DA's office isn't pushing back with any leniency. In fact, they're still adamant that they feel confident there's enough evidence to prosecute Nick on murder charges for the deaths of his parents. What is known is that it seemed very likely Reiner would end up being examined for competency to stand trial, given a string of mental health issues. In fact, his alleged schizophrenia diagnosis and prior drug use are known to true crime enthusiasts and the court. However, it doesn't seem as if that factored into the prosecution's case. There has been speculation that when Nick was arrested on suspicion of murder the morning after an alleged confrontation at a party, there might not have been correct paperwork done for the search warrant. However, there's a lot of information that we don't know, as a gag order arrived about the murders. There's also speculation that his family changed their mind and pulled the funding so that there was nobody to pay Alan Jackson. Another speculation has been that Nick was acting erratic, doing things his way, and Alan Jackson decided that he could not defend him. Now, it seems more likely to me that the family put a stop to the money. You don't go from Alan Jackson to a public defender. That's pretty extreme. Of course, there's a big possibility that something like that did happen. What are your thoughts? Do you believe perhaps Alan Jackson stepped back because of payment issues? Do you think that he just couldn't deal with Nick Reiner? Let us know in the comments below, and come back here often for all your true crime news and updates. And of course, we'll be keeping an eye on this story as it develops.